All right, so we have one more speaker before we hop into the pre-recorded video. And our speaker right now is Streisand. He's from Mr. Price DC, so this is where we're hosting today's event. Streisand is the inventory controller working at MRP DC for 6 years. When we asked Streisand what he most enjoyed about the course, he said it was learning about the 8 ways. What really helped him when he learned about the 8 ways is that it guided them to create maximum value for their customers. So let's welcome Streisand as he presents on congestion on the jackpot floor.
Hi, good afternoon to all of you all. Thank you all for being here at my presentation. My presentation today, or my project name for my presentation was Boima Stormtroopers. You may wonder why it's Boima Stormtroopers. Boima is our till tray sorter that runs around our DC, that distributes stock, right? And Stormtroopers is our team. They are trained to deal with any errors that come down to our jackpot area and get it out to the customers on time. So that is why we named ours Boima Stormtroopers, right? My name, and now I'm getting to my introduction. My name is Streisand Chamantha. I've been working in the distribution cluster for maybe around 15 years now. I've been 9 years at Reebok SA and currently 6.5 years at Mr. Price DC as an inventory controller. I joined the course because my manager at Mr. Price, the management at Mr. Price DC saw potential in me, and they offered me this course, which I am really grateful for. The background of our problem that we identified on our latest sixes audit was sort. All right? So sort picked up the congestion on the jackpot floor, which didn't allow us to do other stuff on the floor that was required, like putting up boards and making space for materials and our stationary stuff, etc. All right? So the background of the jackpot chutes is, in the DC, if our chutes are blocked, we have resuck stock that goes around the Boima, which diverts to our jackpot chute. Other errors that come down jackpot chute is stock that not getting verified on our Panda deck, our labels not being printed properly, meaning the labels are not angled correctly on the boxes. Our labels are smudged, that means the test wasn't done properly before print and apply has begun. Right, and the carton from our processing area, the fulfillment processing area, wasn't closed out on time, or there was a message delay on our system that didn't allow the carton to go to its customer or its destination, but it came down to the jackpot chute. All right? Go back. Sorry. Okay, our financial impact. With the jackpot chute, we cannot get a actual financial impact, as there's many other customers or departments that's involved with that stock that needed it to go to. So, and in the DC, we have plus minus 500 workers. So we just say working overtime, which impacts our cost per transaction. Then double handling of stock. Double handling of stock that comes down jackpot means the stock was destined for its customer, but then it came down to our department to be reworked again. So we are wasting labor at that time, we're wasting time, and we're wasting cost to rework that carton, which could have went out the first time. Right? This is my team, the jackpot team that I work with. Right, so I got Musa Koyama, who's our oldest in our team. He's the inventory adjuster. We got Lindo, who's also inventory adjuster, and then we got KK, who's our jackpot exception lane controller. These team members are current members that work in this area. They have a vested interest in ensuring that there is a flow in the process and the work environment is a safe one. Hence, we chose to form this team. Okay, the 5 whys. I went to 9 before, but then I had to try and break it down, right? So I got down to 6. On the course, I'm sure it allows for 11, if I'm not mistaken, but then I went down to 6, right? And the problem we occurred was a congestion on the jackpot floor, which couldn't allow us to get other stuff done, all right? We'll go back to the next one. Right, so the solution that the proposed solution that we implemented, all right, we analyzed the capacity of the different chutes that are close to the jackpot chute. All right. So our jackpot chute, we also got other chutes that's going into the DC for outbound and also into the pick mod. So based on our findings, we saw for a 3-month period, we only had 1,242 cartons going down NL divert chute. That's flow-through orders. Flow-through orders are orders that's going into the DC, getting pallet build, going into post, and then getting repicked again. All right? So for that 3-month period, we only saw 1,242 cartons going down to that chute. Compared to jackpots, the chute that we control, we had 138,220 cartons coming down that chute in that 3-month period. So we set up a meeting with all the stakeholders with our proposal to move all recircs, which would have normally gone down to the jackpot chute, to divert down the forward order chute when the chutes are blocked in the pick mod, outbound, reserve, or pallet build locations. Okay, this is the outcomes, right? So as you see before, you can see highly congested flow. All right? This is our scanner read rate. Okay, this needs to go more up. This is our scanner read rate before. The scanner read rate is the scanner on the Boimer. That's WCS sends a message to Boimer, which Boimer then tells that carton where to fall in the DC. Right? So our scanner read rate, with the recircs going, our scanner read rate was dropping. So for the number of cartons received a jackpot for the 5 days before we do the implementation was 30,412 cartons that came down to jackpot in that 5 days. After our implementation, we halved it to 16,000 cartons. All right? So now we're getting limited amount of recircs going down the chute. We're getting limited amount of block chutes, and our Boimer is allowing a continuous flow of cartons coming to the DC. So as you see, it says our jackpot chute continuously blocked. Our jackpot chute don't have any eyes that stop the cartons from running onto the jackpot chute. So it's continuously just flowing. And if the flow is continuous, the guys are not fast enough to take the boxes out of the line. So NL divert 13, the other solution was, there is eyes that stop the carton for every half a meter. Right? So when it's coming down as a flow. So the guys offload quicker and they get it to their customers faster. Right? And you also see on our Boimer, it's a little dull. I'm not sure I can't recall what the amount was of our Boimer percentage reaching max capacity. We also halved that down now, so you also see a continuous flow into the DC of stock. Next one. Okay, my experience on this program. This program was a great experience and has taught me a lot and how to think out of the box. The smallest of impact can make the biggest of change. My top 3 learnings were identifying waste. It broadened my knowledge on how, by using the 6S principle, I can start to identify the different elements of waste in a process, and it starts to paint a clearer picture on things you can Kaizen, continuous improvement. Measure and display performance. This has helped us put a meaningful production board and display performance for visual communication, which works amazingly well. Respectfully engaging my team. Okay, this has taught us how to interact better with our team members. It has helped us to solve issues amongst the team, come with solutions, and help the team in a personal capacity and work capacity. This has actually gave us a bond with the team. The benefits with this, as a team, as a whole, this has created more awareness. We look at things from a whole new angle, and we continuously look to challenge ourselves to work faster and smarter. This change is beneficial if we strive to be SA's #1 retailer. Okay, I'd like to thank first all the TLDP personnel, we call them, and the management of Mr. Price DC for offering me this course. Not forgetting my mentor who's not here, he's busy in a meeting, Mr. Niren Singh, and my team members for always being there with me whenever I needed them. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you so much, Streisand. If I can ask you to just come back to the front. Well done. Well done on your project. It's really he really brought to life Kaizen, small changes for the better. Any questions from the group online? Again, if you have any questions, just pop it in the chat. Any questions from the group here today for Streisand? Okay, looks like none. Do we have any online?